think he can go in out of the battle. Plus, he can deal that much of a damage to
Yep.
a person or like to a,
The particular hero. Yeah.
yes, exactly. And next ban for DD No Limit
Is-
is Jawhead.
Jawhead.
Jawhead, one of the popular bans here in
Yeah.
here in Mobile Legends, of course. And the thing is, if you don't want to play up against a Jawhead, or just ban him. And if you don't want to play Jawhead,
Yeah.
of course,
Yes. Just try to play, because the thing with Jawhead is it has so much contribution in team fights. There's a lot of CC involved with Jawhead. Also, there is a potential for you to toss your opponents or your teammates to a
Exactly.
team fight or out of the fight.
Yeah.
Or even when you try to team fight against a Jawhead, you're gonna be disrupted because of the crowd control that he does have. But you do have the Hellcurt and of course the Fanny always banned in the meta. That will mean, of course, that someone will get their hands on a Martis, and they do get it.
Martes here for Kirito. The thing is for Hellcurt, comparing all the matches that we've seen today and the matches that we've seen yesterday, is like for Hellcurt, he's just going like trying to split push every lane that he wants.
Yeah.
He's not trying to stay inside a battle, or that he's not trying to help his friends
Yeah.
to put up a team fight. Just trying to split push, just trying to
Get something out of the map.
exactly. And the thing is, look at that, Kirito getting that
Martis.
Martis plus Harley and that show for Helena and Ven. Meanwhile, here in the DD side, it is Lancelot and
And Akai.
and Akai. This is a nice pick here.
Could be a Digi. Ooh, Kagura as well as D'Angela. Of course, the choice here for DD No Limit. I would
Let's
just like to
see.
say that
The setup is
Yeah.
nice for DD No Limit.
That's true.
actually. Because the thing is, Chico can do an ultimate plus a follow up there by Daniel or that Lancelot also.
for sure. The thing with the Angela plus the Akai is that it provides so much team fight as well as so much respawns when you try to split the map. Like what you're saying about Hellcurt, the way to play Hellcurt is try to split the enemy, try to get something out of the other side of the map. But if you do have the Angela, it's quite the opposite playstyle we will have if you employ the Angela, because the thing with Angela is she can go to any part of the map or to support any of his teammates from a long distance, and that will mean that there is no easy pickoff that can happen to DD No Limit this time. We will close out with
And now, as you can
yeah.
see, Cyclops plus Grok pick there
Phew.
for Team IG. Meanwhile, here in DD, it's Angela just waiting for the last guy.
Phew.
Maybe
Kinda need more
actually
tank ability, I would say.
for DD No Limit, they can actually pick like one Hayabusa, I guess.
Hayabusa.
Or wow, Lapu-Lapu.
I think they're just hovering through it. They still have time.
Oh,
They will lock him
Lapu-Lapu.
down.
Lapu-Lapu is now locked in, and
Ooh,
for
interesting.
IG, they have Mortis, they have Grok, they have Cho, they have Cyclops for that for the massive damage, for the massive burst damage,
Yeah.
plus that Harley also. But meanwhile in DD, they have Lancelot, they have Akai, they have Kagura, they have Lapu-Lapu, Pinoy Pride, and of course Angela.
Phew.
Pinoy
Well,
Pride.
Pinoy Pride. But
Yes, indeed.
well, I think it's more about the lockdown. I think that the decision for DD No Limit is that they might not have enough crowd control for the
Yeah.
Akai, and they might look for some sort of control coming out from the Labo Labo. Definitely a big fighter, but it begs the team DD No Limit to constantly fight, because the Lapu Lapu, the problem with him is that he can fall off as far as scaling goes during the latter stages of the game. But of course, during the early stages of the game, they do have a lot of team fights. Maybe it will be enough to control the Martis, but we'll have to see. It's always going to depend on execution.
All right, so going in for predictions, who's going to pick?
Ooh, I'm gonna go for the DD No Limit this
Yeah,
time.
me too.
I like the Lapu, kind of like the Lapu Lapu as was the Kai. It's easily punishable, but if you do pull it off during the start of the match, you can easily take the game in just a few minutes, I would say.
All right, so for predictions, also I'm gonna go with DD No Limit. Why? Because they have the complete package. They have the support. They have the burst damage. They have the assassin. They have the tank. They have everything inside their package for them to win and for them to destroy IG. But the thing is, for Invictus Gods, I know that they won't let that happen, and it's all up to the strategies that they're gonna do. And I'm actually excited on who's gonna win. But for me, in terms of pick up, I will go to Invictus Gods because of the burst
Okay,
damage
pick
they're gonna give, because of that Harley and that Cyclops.
Yeah, there's a lot of pick-up potential. There's a lot of burst potential coming out. But then again, when it comes down to team fights, it's gonna be on the hands of DD No Limit to because their lineup is easier to execute when they go for team fights. And let's see if Invictus Gods will actually let that happen.
Well, to be honest, in terms of tower destructions, if the tower destroys, I'll go with DD No Limit because
Okay.
they have that complete set of assassins for them to pick out towers. But for Invictus Gods, I think their focus is on the team fights because of that Grok as well.
For sure. Well, we're about to see. I think we do have our match right now. We're just waiting for the
And
members
yes,
to load up.
yes, I know. And of course, if you want to share this video to your friends or to your loved ones, to your families, then don't forget to type in the hashtag #BeLegendary. And on May 15, the squad rally tickets, you can play all the heroes on Mobile Legends for free. That's amazing, right, my friend?
So amazing.
But wait, there's more. If you played on May 15 as well, you can win diamonds. You can win prizes for Mobile Legends.
Oh. So apparently we are experiencing a mini map bug. So don't completely depend on the mini map, guys. Just look at what you're seeing in the main map.
It is actually like flipped out, but it's okay.
Yeah, it is okay. Could be a little bit of a tussle here in the mid lane. Van will be forced off the lane with Peas actually rotating into it. With Daniel, of course, executing a little bit more advantage for Daniel at this specific moment. While onto the bottom lane, of course, bottom part of the map, I would say, Vladimir, the 2 versus 1 onto Invictus Gods.
Alright, so I think we're gonna see a team fight, and Grok went in trying to kill that Angela, but the thing is that the damage is not that enough for them to kill all those people. That Lapu trying to dish out all those people as well. But here at the bottom lane, just all those Invictus guys are trying to destroy that turtle, but of course DD No Limit is on their way to steal that. Who's gonna get that turtle? Who's gonna get that retribution? Lapu went in, but as you can see, Lancelot, there were those skills trying to dish out all those damage right there. Hardy kills one. That's nice. Hardy's killing that turtle right there, but Lancelot with the double kill was Lancelot killing Lapu, the other guys. The 3-1 in favor.
Oh, what a wall!
What the wall coming from the Grok kills one as well. Look at the domination that Invictus is giving 1-4 by DD No Limit Invictus.
My goodness, I thought for sure that DD No Limit had the upper hand when it comes to team fights, but in terms of execution, you saw how Invictus Gods was able to, just take them one by one essentially, and that wall by the Grok, that was perfectly done by Invictus Gods. I would just like to take note that the Lancelot had a time to pick up the backlines of Invictus Gods, but unfortunately their front lines, they're really exposed. I mean, even if the Lancelot was able to take out one, there was a lot of damage coming out from Invictus Gods as well as the sustain, and definitely their crowd control was much better at that specific moment. A big lead there by Invictus Gods, 4-1.
The thing is like the micromanagement in Invictus Gods is really intense on that
turtle
point of the map, on that turtle as well. It's like they have everything inside their pocket. They got the turtle, they got the clash, they got all the team fight that they need. They got all the goals that they need to put up on that fight. And then, as you can see, 3 minutes on the clock, 3 minutes. Almost 3,000 gold deficit in favor of Invictus Gods.
It's a lot, considering that we have only been running for 3 minutes and 44 seconds. That is a lot of lead, and that will actually help Invictus get snowball to this game. And you can see that DD No Limit, they aren't even considering getting a team fight. There could be a gank squad here on the bottom side of the map, as they will try to wrap around the members of Invictus Gods. Will not be able to do so, as Invictus Gods already out of there. They really knew that DD No Limit will try to get a gank off, but it wasn't possible probably because they felt that someone was that there were a lot of people rotating down the bottom lane.
Yes, for sure, and hoping that, as you can see, IG just destroying that turtle. And in terms of sustainability, I'd go with DD No Limit because of that Angela. But for sure, Grok can just absorb every damage that DD No Limit can give.
Yeah. This might be because, the thing that I noticed with DD No Limit side is that they do have a lot of mobile heroes, but then again, Daniel tossed around, and look at the ambush. Infernos will not be enough Cho, of course, that will be another kill going in favor of Invictus, and maybe they're not done yet. They want to go for Chico. Chico,
Can't
very low in
get
health, will jump
over.
out. He will get out. Fortunately for him, is tanky, not compared to the Lancelot, but that will still give a lot of space and room for Invictus Gods to even take this mid lane.
DD No Limit got that
Oh, what a
bottom
knock-up.
tower, but nice defensive wall there by Grok, just preventing the Invictus God to defend that tier 1 tower in the middle lane. But wait, there's more.
There could be more. The Tussler in the jungle. There's a lot of damage. Yanyan very low, but he will go onto the middle of everyone and he will be bursted down. Chico knocked up and tossed up. He will be taking a lot of damage and he will
Kill
fall
there.
even through the ultimate. And what a 2-man stun coming out from Vampire, or from Ven, I mean. And that will stop Invictus Gods from getting any return kill. That will actually mean that at least Invictus Gods will have more economic, more gold again
Yes,
for their
exactly.
side.
For Invictus Gods, their their
Oh.
micromanagement is that intense because of their burst damage, also because of Cyclops, because of ultimate of Cyclops with that homing thing with his ultimate, and of course with that show, because of his initiation that can give, plus the defensive wall or the offensive walls that Grok can give also, plus the follow-up damage of Harley and Martis with that DPS as well.
Yeah.
And I think we're witnessing a 2-on-2 there, but
Lord,
nice
resurrecting
back
soon.
there by
Yeah.
that Martis and that Grok, trying to play safe, not trying to be that aggressive or not trying to do some
Oh.
cheeky moments, but Ake went in together with the 3 people off DD No Limit, and that's like a sad day for Harley getting caught up on that
Not
blush.
really good,
But
but
as
they
you
will
can
go-
see, Cho went in.
Throw went in, but there won't be any connections with their ultimates, and that will mean that there will be nothing. Or say that they will still go here. Helena's very low, but nice ultimate there from Ven. He will help Helena to get out, and I think the rest of DD No Limit will just have to back down right now. For Invictus Gods, as DD No Limit actually will miss some of their crowd control, but that was a nice ultimate there by Kirito.
Well, as you can see, 7 minutes on the clock right now. 6,000 gold deficit. Just Lapu Lapu trying to defend or like push that top lane, but here you go. The stun or the hold of Cyclops is really good for that Ake, just stopping his possible ultimate there.
Wow, this is a very nice decision from Invictus Gods. We did mention that DD No Limit, they do have a lot of team fight in them. And if you prevent those team fights from happening, I think Invictus Gods are going to have a better time. Because what they're doing right now is just group of us 2 and then separate the others just to farm the cores, particularly for Invictus Gods, so that they can farm on the other side of the map. While the rest of DD No Limit, they are frantic to get a team fight off. And this will mean that they are wasting their time. Because whenever they can't team fight, it means that they're losing the overall battle this time, the war. There is going to be a knock-up onto Chico.
Nice defensive wall
Oh.
there by that Grok. But the thing is, look at that damage that Cyclops is
Oh,
giving.
Chico, the damage, the knock up the control. There will be an ultimate, but it will not be enough. Akai will go down. Yanyan in trouble as well, as it's being singled out by the rest of Invictus Gods. They will take him out. Then you will have to dash away,
God.
as well as Peace. Peace will get out. Fortunately for himself, he will use the wall of his base, but the rest of his members, 2 down on the side of DD No Limit. This opens
Alright.
up the Lord.
The thing is, Invictus God is winning because of their immense and intense, massive burst damage that Cyclops and Hardy is giving to them. It's like they can do something about it. Angela, they can help that, but it's not that worth it. Lapu Lapu, he can help, but of course he can do something because he doesn't have any farm. For Kagura, she can, but it's not that enough.
It's not enough yet, I would say, because the fact that they actually lost that initial fight, I think a lot of the advantage that Invictus Gods are enjoying right now was because of the initial fight that they had, like a 3-1 exchange. I mean 4-1, if I'm not mistaken.
41, yes.
Yeah, 41 was 4-1 in 3 minutes. That gave them so much head start in this game. They're even letting this Lord be taken down as they are slowly responding.
now-
Akai's very low.
Look at that! Look at that Lord, and now the Lord is now slain. But the thing is, Invictus God is on a roll right now.
Ooh, maybe a split push.
Our turret
Probably, yes,
has
it
been
will be a
destroyed.
split push
10
as the top
minutes.
tower will be taken out. That is actually, yeah, that is a top tower. As we mentioned earlier, there's a bug on the minimap. You're gonna have to just rely on the message on the announcer showing us where exactly the turrets has been taken.
The thing is, IG can and IG will finish this match
Yeah, very-
quickly. Because the thing
Our
is,
turret has
they
been
can't
destroyed.
It is flipped. Sorry, it is
Yeah, it
flipped.
is flipped. It is flipped. Don't worry,
Sorry,
guys.
sorry,
Don't worry.
sorry.
Don't depend on
is
the
really,
minimap.
It is really flipped. Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it is
just-
completely flipped.
Okay.
So
But meanwhile here, so look at that. Look at that Martis. Just with that 6,000 net, we're just really doing well at this map.
yeah, so much damage, of course. The thing with Martis, right? That's normally people ban it.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Martis, if you give him a little bit of a head start,
It's gonna be a big problem.
It's gonna be a big problem. Yeah, that's true. And the
Alright.
thing with Lancelot, you're gonna have to go for the single out strategy.
Well,
If you're playing on Lancelot, you're gonna have to pick off the backlines, and if you aren't allowed to do that, you're not gonna have a good time as a Lancelot.
Well, to be honest, you can see that Invictus God is really having a hard time pushing all the towers because DD No Limits heroes can easily take out all those creepers who's incoming their towers, but it's all up to Invictus Gods on how can they puncture the Great Wall of DD No Limit. Are they gonna wait for the right moment for them to initiate one person, or are they gonna wait for 80 seconds to get that Lord to push that lane? That is a question that DD No Limit can answer.
Yeah, gonna be a very hard question, but I think for Invictus Gods, they will try to take this safely. Like we mentioned earlier, they're still splitting the map. They're still splitting their members around the map. As you're seeing right now, there's no death ball push that's coming out from Invictus Gods despite their lead, because we mentioned earlier, DD No Limit, they have a very scary team fight, and Invictus Gods, they don't want to capitalize on that. They don't want to give the advantage to their opponent at this rate, because they just want to close this game out slowly and surely.
And the thing is, you can see, they're just trying to roam around the map, just trying to kill all those creeps coming their way. The thing is, for DD No Limit can do that easily as well, and I guess they're just gonna wait for that Lord to get that head start, to get that slight advantage to go inside that base, or just trying to wait for a Lord again to get another tower, because the best thing they're gonna do here, just destroy the Lord, just go somewhere, like any lanes that you want. Then one person from Invictus Gods, maybe Martis, can like split push to one another.
Yeah.
That is the best thing that they're gonna do
I
in this game.
Yeah, I completely agree with you on that, because what they're doing right now is just always shoving the minion waves.
But Kagura,
Oh, Kagura? Oh.
is really now
Ooh.
dead now.
Man.
As you can see, Harley just killing him. They now have that slight advantage to get the tower, but as you can see,
Man.
Cyclops and Martis now just destroying that Lord with that. Actually, they don't have a choice. They need to do that. They need to get that Lord to push one tower and one person with a split push, because that is really the best strategy, or that's really the best thing that they're gonna do at this game right now.
Yeah. Completely agree with you on that one, as the Lord has already been slain. This will open up a lot. Look at this. Harley actually dashing in forward and then just flickering out of there just to get out, just disrupt the DD No Limit defense. And this will be a very hard defense from them. There is going to be the Lord onto the mid lane, and there could be a potential for a split push, like you said. And because of the fact that Invictus Guts are on the lead right now, DD No Limit, they can't fight like that. They can't fight in a split push way. They would have to team fight as 5 and then try to win the battle at that
As
rate.
you can see,
what a
Harley
dive.
trying to go, trying to
man.
be so cocky, and as you can see, Martin's kills, destroys that tower, and now they have that opening for them to go anywhere now
goodness.
on that bottom lane as well. They're gonna push that lane now. The top lane is now destroyed also, but nice work by Martin destroying that bottom lane, and complete domination, total domination team by Invictus. Got kill after kill after kill plus that core, and it's over for Invictus God. 1-0 in favor of
Oh my goodness, that was the way to end the game. That was, I would say that's the highest probability for Invictus Gods